Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Brooks QP1, QP2, and QP3 seal fast patches. And what these are, they're all the same item basically, except that they're for different size holes, and what they're used for is to close a hole that is no longer needed. If you have a hole in something like fire safety equipment, or doors for that matter, that are UL listed or fire rated, you can't abandon those holes. If something changes, you do need to seal them off with something that's approved to do so, such as a QP1, 2, or 3. And this is the QP1, and this is going to be meant for holes that are 1 1/8 to 1 3/8, washer, 2 washers, the nut, the bolt, so to speak. And that's all that these are. Give you some basic dimensional properties of all of them. Overall diameter of the QP1, well, in terms of the threaded area, is about that 1 1/8. Okay, so that's where that 1 1/8 minimum is going to come from. Overall width of the nut, about 1 7/16. So 1 1/8 to 1 7/16. The QP1 is going to have an overall thickness of 1 inch. Okay, let's move to the QP2, which is smaller. Same constituent parts, 4 pieces, bolt, nut, 2 washers. Diameter on the threaded side, about 7/8. This one is literally from 7/8 to 1 1/8. Overall diameter of the bolt, or overall length, 1 1/4. 5/8 overall thickness, maybe 11/16. Then the QP3, that's for 1 5/8 to 1 7/8 holes. Let's take a look at that one now. The small one weighs about 0.28 pounds, which is the QP2. The medium size, the QP1, is 0.46 pounds, and the large one is 1.37 pound. Same 4 constituent pieces. QP3. Diameter of the threaded area, again, 1 5/8 to 1 7/8. That's right at 1 5/8. 2 1/4 over on the overall height of the bolt area, and it's going to have an overall thickness about 1 7/16. Okay. Again, used to seal off those holes in a code-compliant fashion. In those instances when pipe runs change, things of that nature. Now to move on to a little bit more technical aspect, the packaging itself has a reference guide on one side and then literally installation instructions. And the reference guide basically tells you the diameter of hole needed, and the diameter of hole is the small range of the hole range size. So the QP2 is going to require a 7/8 hole, the QP1 requires an 1 1/8 hole, and the QP3 requires an 1 5/8 hole. Gasket, nut, torque, how much to tighten them. The QP2, 25 pounds of torque. The QP1 and QP3, 50 pounds of torque. The installation calls out, make a hole in the sheet metal using the reference guide, drill the right size hole, install the gasket on the adapter body, insert the adapter into the hole, and install the lock washer first, then the gasket nut. Hand tighten the gasket nut, and using a wrench, apply a further half turn to provide the torque specified. There you go. There is a scan of that package as best as possible down below this video so that you can review that information. If you have any questions on the QP1, QP3, or QP2, seal fast patch, or any other Brooks product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.